Good morning, viewers and listeners across the land of the brave and beyond our borders. Welcome to today's Tuesday session here at the National Government Information Center in Windhoek. I am Josephina Mwashindange, and I'll be your host. Last week, the Road Administration launched a suite of new digital self-service platforms designed with people at the center, aimed at improving efficiency, accessibility, user experience, and overall service impact. To unpack what this means in practical terms, I am joined in the studio by Mr. Dennis Shindume, the Executive for Information and Communication Technology from the Road Fund Administration. A very good morning to you, Mr. Shindume, and welcome to the Government Information Center.
Good morning, Josephine, and thank you for having me here.
Thank you. Moving on to the very first question, the RFA recently launched several digital service platforms. How do these initiatives align with your institution's vision and mandate while supporting Namibia's broader ICT and digital transformation agenda?
Yeah. Thank you very much. As a Road Fund Administration, we have obviously gotten our mandate through the act that establishes us. And part of that is to ensure that we secure and allocate sufficient funding for the Namibian road sector. So as part of our strategy or mission and mandate, tying into the NDP 6, which is stating that we need to ensure that we bring digital services to the Namibian nation. RFA being a critical organization in the road transport sector, we felt the need to expand the services to the broader people of Namibia. So we collect funds and ensure that we sufficiently fund the road sector. So through these initiatives, we are basically bringing efficiency into how we collect our funding, which is our main objective, and ensure that we have platforms or systems that allow us to optimally fund the road sector. So at the end of the day, we are meeting our mandate and we are meeting the NDP 6 mandate of taking the services to our people.
Well, beyond institutional goals, these developments speak to the future of the country's transport and road infrastructure ecosystem. So moving on to the next question, Mr. Shindume, what is the RFA's vision, especially for transforming Namibia's road and transport sector, and how do these digital solutions fit into that long-term strategy?
Yeah, I think we are hearing new terminologies such as AI, artificial intelligence, and as part of our vision, we want to ensure that as RFA we're able to do predictive analysis. Our vision is to implement such as AI as well as bots into our environment so that it allows us to look at the long-term predictability to ensure that in a couple of years, how do we determine the funding for this road sector? So with our vision in mind is to ensure that the data that we collect through our systems, RFA would be able to do predictive analysis to ensure that we are optimally funding the road sector. So that is our vision, and that is where RFA is headed to.
Now, Mr. Shindume, having said that vision and looking at the bigger picture, what has been the RFA's overall contribution to Namibia's economic development, and how will these new digital services strengthen the impact in the years ahead?
Yeah. RFA has contributed quite a lot to the Namibian sector, specifically in the transportation sector. We are considered as one of the countries with the best roads in the world. I think that status comes with quite a lot of work that we need to do. So we want to ensure that we maintain that status of being the country with the best roads. So with the digital platforms that are launched, we would be able to ensure that there is efficiency in collecting some of these funds so that we can channel those funds through to the road and ensure that we maintain that status of being one of or some of the best roads in Namibia. I think we've seen tourists when they come to Namibia, and they have always mentioned our roads as being some of the best roads out there.
Indeed, and zooming in from the broader economic impact, it is also important to understand how these improvements are being experienced at the service delivery level. Mr. Shindume, starting with the fuel levy refund portal, could you take us through its key features and explain how it enhances convenience and especially value for your customers?
Yeah. We believe that any time that you take off from your main business or operation is time lost and value. So with the fuel levy portal, from the past, it was a manual process whereby clients had to walk into the RFA offices and submit their fuel levy claim forms. So we wanted to ensure that our stakeholders do not take time off from their busy schedule to visit any of our offices and submit these fuel levy forms. So we wanted to give that comfort to our stakeholders whereby they can do the submitting of claims through or from the comfort of their homes without having to leave their offices or their business. So it brings about efficiency that they'll submit their fuel levy claims online, and they're able to basically have insight as to how far their submissions are. In the past, they had to always call in, or they always had to basically follow up in a manual process. So with this fuel levy portal, they'll submit their fuel levy claims online. They'll be able to get the status of how far their fuel claim is. So time consumption has been reduced, and it brings comfortability and obviously credibility to ensure that the application is being considered in an amicable and efficient way. So those are the key features of our fuel levy portal.
All right, and that is good news indeed. Now, to the viewers, if you are just tuning in, we would like you to form part of the conversation by putting your comments or questions in the social media platforms where we are streaming this show live. Facebook account is the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, while the YouTube channel is MICT Namibia. Another important area of your digital transformation focuses on cross-border operators. What key service delivery improvements have been introduced through the cross-border charges, prepaid customer portal, and how will this benefit the users?
Thank you, Josephine. As we all know, cross-border operations are the engine of any regional trade and logistics. So managing and ensuring that there's a smooth cross-border operation would enhance our logistics sector. So with our cross-border system or portal, functionalities such as prepaid cards, our cross-border operators would be easily, they'll be able to top up their cards, meaning that they will be able to quickly pass through the borders without having the need of transferring funds, and then we have to verify manually to see that these funds have been transferred before they can actually cross through. So with this CBC portal, our clients are able to basically smoothly pass through the borders with their prepaid cards. They'll be able to top up their cards from anywhere with the integration of our payment gateway. So all this basically smoothens the cross-border operations. In the past, we had lines of trucks sometimes standing at the border post because of payments that are delayed and all this. But with this CBC portal, all operators will be instantly top up their prepaid cards and they'll be able to go through our borders. Yes.
All right. Mr. Shindume, despite the prepaid customer portal, the RFA has as well launched a mobile app for mass distant or distance charges clients. What are the standout features and benefits of this digital solution?
Yes, the mobile app is a complement to a mobile phone. As we all know, the mobile phone is one of the, I think in human history, one of the technology that has penetrated our normal daily lives. So we have this gadget in our pockets. So we wanted to give our mass distance clients this opportunity to be able to basically get the services that they usually get when they walk into our RFA offices. So with this mobile app, our MDC clients will be able to log their kilometer readings, which in the past they had to come there and submit them manually. But with the app, they will be able to log in these kilometer readings. At the same time, they will be able to request logbooks and be able to inquire on certain information and be able to get a faster response. So we just wanted to complement and ensure that our MDC clients are able to get some of these services as well. And I think the mobile phone is part of our daily lives, and I think we really want to utilize this platform to ensure that all our clients get the necessary information through the mobile app, meaning they can raise queries and will be able to instantly respond to their queries in real time. Or if they find themselves around the region, through the mobile app, they'll be able to get the contact information of all our border posts and contact information, as well as the correct people to contact. And as RFA, we want to use this platform basically to communicate instantly to our stakeholders, should there be any critical information that we need to communicate to our clients.
Okay, so basically, Mr. Shindumi, what you are saying is that you have brought the services closer to the people and more especially to the fingertips of your clients.
That's correct.
All right.
We want to make sure that.
Moving on, your newly modernized and interactive website is another important development. How does it fit into the RFA's broader digital transformation and customer service strategy?
Yes. Our website is our central point of entry to all these portals that we spoke of earlier. So we wanted to modernize it as well so that it can have that futuristic look. We want to automate it by having chatbots that allows you to communicate to us instantly, and our chatbots will be able to respond to you. So it's part of our ecosystem, or digital ecosystem, to ensure that the portals are complemented with a more faster website whereby you'll be able to retrieve this information quicker through our website, through the search options. The menus have been realigned to ensure that users do not find it difficult to navigate through this website. So most of those, the visuals have also been enhanced. So all in all, Josephine, it's more of a futuristic look as we're living in a digital era. So we wanted a website that caters to all these standards that we have now in the modern world.
Exactly. Yeah. And Mr. Shindumi, how do you see ICT innovation driving more sustainable, efficient, and customer-centric service delivery in Namibia?
Yes, ICT innovation introduces a point where we can automate some of the manual processes. So in the long run, we'll see basically faster services to the stakeholders or the citizens of Namibia, meaning that we have bridged the internet connectivity around the country, and meaning that everyone, through the broader strategy of the NDP, most of the connectivity or the regions are connected from the rural to the CBD or within the... So all this basically is complementing that.
Yeah, we say the RFA advances its digital transformation journey. What would you like the public to take away from this development?
Yes, I think we need to embrace digital transformation. It's part of the broader context, and we want to ask the public out there that let's embrace digital innovations as it's transforming our economy, and it allows us to basically be able to do more with a little that we can.
All right, viewers, that brings us to the end of our discussion. We've covered the RFA's vision, its role in transforming the road sector, and its broader contribution to Namibia's economy. We've also highlighted how the new digital platforms are reshaping service delivery for greater efficiency and accessibility with Mr. Dennis Shindome, the executive of ICT at the Road Fund Administration. I was your host, Josephina Mwashindange. I trust you have picked a thing or two from the GIC here in the capital city. So until next time, it's goodbye from us.